Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Om Ramaya Ramabhadraya Ramachandraya Vedhase Raghunathaya Nathaya Sitaya Pataye Namaha. Om Shri Ramachandraya Namaha. Atulita Baladhamam Hema Shailabhadeham Danujavana Krishanum Jnaninam Agraganyam Sakala Guna Nidhanam Vanaranam Adhisham Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Raghupati Priya Bhaktam Vatajatan Namami. Om Shri Hanumate Namaha. Om Dhyayami Chinmayanandam Gurudevam Mahamatim Prema Purnam Kriyashilam Sada Lokahite Ratam Kripalum Sundarakaram Samartham Satyadarshinam Vacha Tattva Prakashinya Shokamoha Vinashinam. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Om Namah Shri Tulsi Dasa Sadvarishtaya Dhimate Puritam Hridayam Yena Rama Premamrite Name. Om Shri Tulsi Dasaya Namaha. Hari Om, a warm welcome. Ati Anand, Umagi Anuraga. Kevat was extremely joyful and delighted. Umagi Ananda, and his heart was overflowing with so much of love towards Bhagavan. When Bhagavan gave him the permission to wash the feet, we saw yesterday. Charana Saroja Pakharana Laga, he proceeded to wash the feet of Bhagavan. Barashi Sumanasura Sakala Sihahi, all the gods, they rained flowers out of joy, a little envious also. Ehisama Punya Punja Kaunahi, they said, there is nobody who is so meritorious, who has done so much of punya karma like Kevat, because he was the only person who got to wash the feet of Bhagavan. Everyone, some of them, not everyone, some of them rarely got the occasion to touch the feet. Maybe Lakshmi ji might have got a little more occasion, and here Sita ji would have got some occasions. Lakshman ji also could not get regular occasion, rarely he also got, but to wash the feet of Bhagavan was the greatest opportunity, greatest blessings which only Kevat had. Therefore, the gods were all very happy. As I told yesterday, Kevat comes only once, but look at the blessing he had. Padapakari chalupanakari, having washed the feet. Now the Doha, the Doha 101. See, Padapakari jalupanakari, Apu sahita parivar, Pitar parukari, Prabhu hi puni, Mudita gaya ulai par. This we saw yesterday. Having washed the lotus feet of Bhagavan's feet, he took it as prasada, he drank those water, and then he also gave to all his people and parivaru, and Pitara Parukari Prabhu Hipuni. Thereby he even cleared the debts of all his forefathers and transported them to the higher loka. And Mudita Gaya Ulai Para, he took all of them to the other shore of Gangaji. Continuing in the 102nd Chaupai, which is also another very beautiful portion of the same prasanga, of course. Utari thad bhaye sura sarireta, siya ramu guhalakhan sameta, kevata utari dandavata kinha, प्रभु ही सकुच एहि नहीं कछु दीन्हा, पिया ही अकीसिय जान निहारी, मणि मुदरी मन मुदित उतारी, कहिहु कृपाल लेहि उतराई, केवट चरण गहे अकुलाई, नाथ आजु मैं काह न पावा, मिटे दोष दुख दारि ददावा, बहुत काल में कीन्ही मजूरी, आजु दीन विधि बनी भली भूरी, अब कछु नाथ न चाहिए मोरे, दीन दयाल अनुग्रह तोरे, फिरती बार मोहि जो देवा, सो प्रसाद में सिर धरि लेवा, बहुत कीन प्रभु लखन सिय, नहीं कछु के वटुलेई, बिदा कीन करुणायतन, भगति बिमल बरुदेई, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भई सब संतन की जय, सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। उतरी ठाड़ भय सर सरिरेता, getting down on the sands of Ganga, Siya Ram Guha Lakhana Sameta, Sita ji, Rama, Guha and Lakshmana, they stood together. Kevata utari dandavata kinha. Kevata, the ferryman, boatman, he also got down and he he prostrated to Lord Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra ji. Now look at this very beautiful portion. प्रभु ही सकुच यही नहीं कछु दीन्हा. Bhagavan felt a little uncomfortable. Why? Because he had nothing, and therefore he had not given anything to Kevat, the fisherman, the ferryman. So when he was just thinking, "Kya karoon bhai?" like that. He was probably thinking within himself, "What can I give it to him? I don't have anything." Next to him was Sita ji. Piya hiya ki siya jaan nihari. Sita ji, this is a very, very beautiful factor. I think we all have to a little ponder over this. Bhagavan felt that he had not given anything and he didn't know what to do. He was just thinking, and Sita ji could feel the pulse of the mind of Bhagavan. A very important fact. In today's world, we see the wife or the husband, that particular line of, that beautiful frequency match is not there. Therefore, very many times we find the husband and wife does not understand each other. They are not in terms with the thinking, with the attitudes, and therefore each one sticks to their own kind of thinking, and we find lot of ego plays a vital role there in bringing so much of discomfort between them. The main reason is this: the frequency does not match between the husband and the wife. We can also apply this to other relationships. But since we are now talking of Ramchandra ji and Sita ji, we will limit it to husband and wife. The frequency matching between the two comes only where there is unconditional love towards the other. This unconditional love is a very beautiful phrase to be spoken, but it is very difficult in practice. Each one of them, as I always refer to Puja Gurudev, before marriage, the mind is different. After marriage, post marriage, the mind is different. Think. As long as there is lot of good love between the two, each one lets go of the other's limitations and accepts, accommodates with love, where love is the main denomination. Think. Once the marriage takes place, I don't know, because I would not understand that, probably there is a taken for granted, condition, attitude. Once there is a taken for granted attitude, then that particular unconditional love is no more there. Then comes lot of expectation. Want other to understand rather than this person understanding the other person. That was their prior to marriage. Post marriage, in many cases, I say many cases because most of the cases are like that. Very rare few are there which we don't even know. What we see in the world is post marriage, that unconditional factor becomes conditional factor. And in that conditional factor of love, ego plays a vital role. It becomes more prioritized. And therefore, the mutual anticipation, expectation, demanding, aspiring, all these combined with that terrible poison called ego brings in lot of frequency mismatch. Earlier, frequency match was there. Now there is a frequency mismatch, and therefore there is lot of rift between the two, and the gap keeps increasing with every rift that happens. Think. Here is a small example to find out how the wife understands the husband's condition of the mind because of the frequency match. More often than not, that particular aspect of letting go, that another aspect of understanding and working in tune with, which is very much absent. Think. One has to let go their personal private desires and this one for the sake of bringing joy to the other. Vice versa, both sides. Then what happens is acceptance, accommodation, all these becomes a natural way. One may say, oh Swamiji, they have just now got married. Lot of time has passed, please. Is it not? And you will see in Ramayan, Sitaji and Ramchandraji's frequency match remains till the end. Even though very many occasions Ramchandraji may object to, like for example Sitaji coming to the forest, Ramchandraji may object, but the beautiful counter thoughts given by Sitaji makes Ramchandraji accept and bring her to the forest. This frequency match you will see here. Piya hiya siya jana nihari. She saw and understood the condition of Sri Ramchandraji wanting to give something to Kevad but has nothing to give. Therefore, mani mudari mana mudita utari. Mani mudari means ring, which is made up of diamond or gem or whatever, very expensive, very highly valuable ring. Utari means what? She removed. She took off, and that to look at that word, mudita utari. She smilingly, joyfully, understanding the deep love of Kevat towards Bhagavan and the beautiful love of Bhagavan towards Kevat. Normally we find love between oneself is one thing, but the love between another two people many times brings envious, attitudes. Like we find gods, they were envious, but then they showered with joy, isn't it? They showered flowers on Kevad. But an element of envious attitudes were there. Sitaji did never have that. Therefore, mudita utari, happily she removed that ring. Oh, this is my husband had worn it during the marriage. I cannot remove. No. Her value for the love of her husband towards Kevat was much higher than the value of a material called ring. Look at this point very clearly. The love of Bhagavan towards Kevat was higher than the love with which Bhagavan had given this ring. Therefore, the love for the materialism was much lesser compared to the love what Bhagavan had for Kevat. Think about it. In today's world, will this ever happen? The priority here is the devotion of Kevat towards Bhagavan. The prema towards Kevat by Bhagavan was much higher than a material thing. When it comes to materialism, it becomes sentiments, whereas the love between the two are emotions. Emotions are always valued higher than the sentiments for things. Think. Today it is 180 degrees opposite. Today value of materials becomes more important than the love between each other. Think. Kahiu kripala lehiu tarai. Then when she gave it cheerfully to Rama, cheerfully, mudita manaha, how beautiful. Kahiu kripala, kripala the gracious Lord took that ring and take your toll, please receive, lehi utarai. Kevat charana gahe akhulai. Kevat fell at the feet of Ramchandraji again. He held his hand and he was profusely crying. Nath aju mein kahan pava. Hey Nath, what have I not received already? What more can I ever ask for? Bhagavan came into his boat, traveled along with him from this shore to the other shore. He must have been beautifully showing Sita ji, Lakshman ji, and everybody the so beautiful, scenery, Prakriti Saundarya. And he was so joyful. Sita ji was so happy. Lakshmana was very peaceful. All this Kevat has noticed while he was transporting them. And he was so fulfilled that I could take Bhagavan from this shore to the other shore. What more will I want? Mite dosha dukha dari dadava. All my errors, sorrows, pain has been completely gone. Everything is over. Everything is cleared. Why? Today I have become the most blessed person. To have had this opportunity, this blessing of transporting you, oh Bhagavan. Bahuta kala mein keen hi majuri. I worked for my livelihood. Majuri. Meaning what? For livelihood, for long years I have worked. For a long time. Aju deena bidi bani bhali buri. Today, God has given the adequate, handsome return for me. For all the years of working, but sincerely. See, this is very important. He had worked sincerely, honestly, truthfully when he has worked. Bhagavan, bahut kaal mein kinhi aaju deen habidi. For so long I have done, Bhagavan has blessed me. Now, sort of beautiful, state of mind of Bhagavan and Kevat. Bhagavan feels he has not given anything to him, and the Bhakta feels Bhagavan has given everything to him. What a beautiful condition, is it not? Ab kachunatan chahiya more. Bhagavan, I don't want anything anymore. This is the result of pure devotion to the Lord. I don't need anything. I may not have anything according to the worldly terms, but I don't need anything because there is nothing which is more better, more higher, more important than Bhagavan himself. And you, Bhagavan, you have come. You have blessed me, allowed me to wash your feet, which none of them could get. Gods also could not get that opportunity. I could wash your feet and I could ferry you from this shore. Hey, Bhagavan, you ferry everybody from this shore of samsara to the other shore of sadhyam. And what have I done? I have only taken you from this end to that end of the river. But you are ferrying people from the shores of samsara to the other shore of ananda. Deena dayala anugrahatore, by your grace alone, this can happen. O graceful Lord, O compassionate Lord. And now see, very interesting. This proves that Kevat was very intelligent. Once we saw the intelligence of Kevat, isn't it? How he demanded that opportunity to wash Bhagavan's feet. That is also one form of beautiful love, isn't it? I am going to do it or no. Conditions kind of thing. But then it had come out of pure love only. And look at the intelligence here again. He says, Phirati bar mohi jo deba. Phirati bar meaning what? On your return after 14 years, so prasada mein sir dhari leba. I will take it. Whatever you give when you return back, whatever you get, I will accept it as a prasada from you. You know what? The return ticket booking started here. Now when we go somewhere, we also book our return journey ticket, isn't it? That return journey ticket booking started from here. Kevat Travels, Kevat Ferry Private Limited, we may say. Return journey booking started here. He said, when you come back, meaning what? Now look at that love also. He says, when you return back, now Bhagavan is indebted to give him something. Now he has to give, therefore he has to come back. While coming back, I will only ferry you back. So, booking is made. Think how intelligently booking is made. I will ferry you back, and when I ferry you back and leave you again back in the shore, whatever you give, I will accept as prasada. Bhagavan is Bhagavan, so he did not keep that debt with him. He gave him something. What is that? बहुत कीन्ही प्रभु लखन सिया नहीं कछु के बटले. Prabhu, Lakhana, Sitaji, all of them insisted him on taking. But he would not budge. Why? Return journey will go away. What if he goes with somebody else? Think. Therefore, he did not take anything. And he did not take because it was his pleasure, blessing. Nahi kachuke vatli. Bida kinhi karunayatana. Karunayatana, Bhagavan Shri Ramchandra, Bida kinhi. Okay, all right, we will do as you say. Hari Om. He may not have said Hari Om, whatever they would have said. Ram also, he cannot say, he is only Rama. So Namaskara, let us say, he said, Bida kinhi karunayatana. And now see, Bhagati Bimala Barudehi. This is Bhagavan. He gave him that boon with unalloyed devotion, nirbhara bhakti. Knowledge. Now see, there are three paths. Karma, bhakti, jnana towards Bhagavan. All other paths, whatever you may claim, also come within these three only. Karma yoga, physical action. Kevat has proved. He took him to the other shore. Physical action. Emotional. Devotion. Mana. That he had. The very way he conducted himself, the very way he washed Bhagavan's feet, the very way he took the Tirtha Prasada and also distributed to everyone indicates how much of devotion he has. And Jnanam, look at the two places where he uses Jnanam to make sure Bhagavan blesses him again also. Think. Karma, Bhakti, Jnana are the three ways, and in all the three ways, Kevat has served Bhagavan. And therefore, now look at it one more step ahead. Karma, physical seva, can only be done to a certain extent. Beyond that, one cannot do physical seva. Jnana. Jnana is also what? It is something which you understand. Gain the knowledge of the Lord. But devotion continues till the end. Bhakti is eternal. And therefore, Nirbhara Bhakti. We will again see this topic in Sundarakanda Dhyana Shlokas. There, very beautifully, this Bhakti is being talked about. Nirbhara Bhakti. We will go detail in that. Bhagavan gave him Vimala Bhakti, Nirbhara Bhakti, Ananya Bhakti. That he blessed Kevat with that kind of, bhakti beyond even jnanam. In fact, jnana leads to nirbhara bhakti. We may say, Swamiji, bhakti is to gain jnanam. Yes, that bhakti is not nirbhara bhakti. Bhakti for eradicating ego. Bhakti with ego for the sake of eradicating ego is the bhakti what we talk of. But this bhakti is that by which there is no more ego. Even an iota of percentage of ego is not there, and that jnanam leads to nirbhara bhakti. Think. Karma yoga, bhakti yoga, jnana yoga. In all the three there is yoga. Yoga meaning what? Yujyate. One associates with. But after jnana yoga, what you get is again not bhakti yoga, but that bhakti which is nirbhara bhakti. That bhakti Bhagavan blesses Kevat. And there is nothing beyond that bhakti. The best is there is nothing beyond that bhakti, and that bhakti has been blessed to Kevat by Bhagavan, and bestowing him that bhakti, Bhagavan proceeds further. We will rest here for this week, and in next week we will start again following Bhagavan Shri Ramchandraji in the forest. Alright, may Bhagavan bless all of us also with that bhakti through our sadhana. That is very important. Sadhana is important to gain karma yoga shakti, bhakti yoga and jnana yoga. All these things we have to do our effort, and then Bhagavan will bless. Alright. Invoking Bhagavan's grace. सियावर रामचंद्र की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, उमापति महादेव की जय, बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय, श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम। श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय।